Hey YouTubers, this is Elisa here, and I will be casting a video of my friend VirgozeroX, the blue Protoss, in the 3 o'clock position versus Fabiano, the red Protoss, or red Terran, in the bottom left position. I believe my friend is rank 7 gold, and Fabiano is rank 3 gold. It's not quite platinum, but a few more games, few more wins, and this will definitely be platinum level play. So start off with a little bit of miss micro by Fabiano's part. Let's look at what VirgoZero is doing. He's coming up with a standard 9 pylon. He likes to do the SimCity build instead of walling off, and walling off against Terran in Steps of War is not really a good idea because you can't really get a good concave when the M&M force comes. So he starts off by, he's basically just going to build buildings all around his nexus with pylons in the middle, so it'll be extremely difficult to unpower any of these buildings, and it's also difficult for any run-bys past the choke, for example, with Hellions. After he gets his building set up, he'll have two vulnerable areas, obviously, here, and I believe he sometimes even walls those off, so a little bit of late scouting probe here. 13. Terran came a bit earlier. The 12. He set his probe on attack move. I'm not sure why he's moving back. There you go, on the right direction. Really early gas by Terran. It looks like he may be going Reapers. Definitely Reapers. 3 gas on 12 and having only 7 SCVs on minerals. Clear indication of Reapers. Probably should have scouted this earlier, for example, and prevented a tech lab. You can do that by actually holding position your probe here, or just building a pylon there, and so the barracks have to lift off. Something that Noni has done versus some game that I saw him in. I don't really remember. But he is not building a Reaper right now. It's kind of so. There you go. Oh, Marauder first. Very interesting. Very interesting. From the Protoss's point of view, it would most likely look like he is building a Reaper, so that's why he is building a Cyber Core, or has built a Cyber Core and chrono boosting a Stalker to counter that Reaper. But this Marauder will definitely be a surprise, because the Marauder will actually do great damage against the Stalker. So see how this turns out. We got Harvesters right now. We got 18 versus 13. So that third gas really early really crippled the Terran's economy. He does have a orbital command up, so the mules will be helping him. As you can see, he actually has more income. Or no, similar, not similar actually. Yeah. Whenever the mule goes back, actually the income just shoots up for Terran, and he has significantly less harvesters. So mules are like 6 harvesters worth of income actually, because they put back 30. He has very good saturation right now. I'm not sure why he's following that probe with this probe. It's kind of a miss micro. We'll see how long it takes for him to realize that. But currently he has no army researching Warp Gate right now. And we do see some early aggression with 2 Marauders. He's actually in big trouble right now. He didn't scout this out. And so 1 Stalker versus 2 Marauders is gonna be a problem. We'll see how he deals with this. He does have a Robo Gate up, or a Robo Core up, so Marauders attacking the gas probe's not the best choice because they just spread out the damage so much. But the Stalker is dead, and we have a second Stalker on the way. And oh, a little bit of Marauder micro, but Marauder still goes down. Probably should have moved that back a little bit earlier. Doesn't really matter at this point. He really needs to start focusing down a non-gas probe. And we see VirgoZeroX, yes, he's finally pulling some probes off just to prevent him from just getting free attacks in, and we have a Immortal almost done. So once that Immortal finishes, this Marauder push will be ineffective. Warping in a Stalker just so he doesn't get any probes killed anymore. Pretty good move. And the Marauder goes down. At this point, he is in a comfortable lead, although he may fear more aggression, so he might be playing a little bit more defensive or go for the counter. I'm not sure. But right now he has more harvesters, and there is no major, yeah, no major tech switch. Ooh, except for the Ghost Academy. On the Terran side, he does have 3 Marauders there. Those Marauders aren't going to do that well against the Immortal, Sentry, and Stalker. If he does decide to attack, he can easily split the Marauder force in half and have the Immortal gangbang whatever Marauders that are on the other side. We have a second Immortal coming out, getting a little. There we go. He was just locked there for a sec. APMs are very close, and the army for VirgozeroX, you can see the heavier harvester count actually kicking in for him, so he has a little bit of a greater army right now. Getting after the second Marauder, he does decide to go for an Observer. This is a good choice, but I'm not sure why he decides to expand right now. His army isn't very low, and he just got scanned. Or his army isn't very big, and he just got scanned. So we'll see how this plays out. Warping in a Zealot for meat shield, and he's getting pushed by a 6 Marauder, 1 Ghost. That Ghost is for the EMP on the Immortal, and once you EMP an Immortal, Marauders can snipe it down very quickly. So let's slow this battle down. And we see immediately that he didn't EMP. He actually doesn't have enough. There, EMP round just up. So even though he didn't EMP, he still caused significant damage. VirgoZero is going to lose his pylon here and this Nexus if he doesn't decide to push in. So still a pretty good attack. And right now, Terrans always like to follow up aggression with a natural, or an expansion, but it is seen by this observer. So right now, a good move by VirgoZeroX would be to assemble a timing push and just take out his expansion and anything he decides to defend with it. Tech being built right now. We do see just more barracks, I guess. Terrans love their M&M. I would assume that he's getting there's a starport, yeah. You always want to get a few medevacs just so that your damaged units in the battle are healed after it, to make them like a real unit, basically. Alright, now, warping in more Zealots. Those Zealots will be pretty good against the Marauder army, assuming that they don't have concussive shells, do they? Nope, they do. Well, it's still good. They act as good tanks for Immortals, and if the Zealots, or if the Marauders do decide to go back up the ramp, then Sentries can block that too, so nice unit composition here. 3 Marauders, a few Zealots, 2 Sentries just for the force field. He is scouting, yeah, he is scouting the Terran space, so he knows exactly what to get to counter, and the starport is being put down on the reactor, so we might see double pump medevacs. I don't foresee Vikings coming just because there's no air to be heard of. On his base right now, he is researching charge and getting a dark shrine for this epic cheese. A good idea for Protoss is always mixing in 1 Dark Templar with their army. This actually forces Terrans to just constantly use scans, and you just added another Dark Templar after the scan goes off and the Dark Templar dies, so every time a Terran uses scans, he is basically losing 300 minerals that the mule could have collected. So good strategy to deter that orbital command from getting its full usefulness, and scanning an entire place that you already see for just 1 unit is kind of a waste, but necessary just to kill that Dark Templar because they do just so much damage.